Okay, this is going to be my Sakura character analysis video and why she's massively underrated. Alright? So, um, I very appreciate Sakura and respect Sakura a whole lot. When you experience Naruto, right? And I'm actually in the minority that never hate her character since day one. I never hated her character since day one. I was actually neutral of her character. All right. You know, um, when it comes to Naruto female characters, I'm all neutral with them. I don't necessarily hate them, but I don't necessarily love them either. Always in between, right? I'm always in between. And when I experience Naruto and reread or rewatch Naruto, all right, for the second time, I grow to appreciate and respect Sakura a lot. And ironically, if you have your like in the big three, right? If you have your three male main characters, where it be Luffy, Naruto, and Ichigo, rightfully the three female side characters should rightfully be Nami, which she get a lot of love by the One Piece community fandom, not just the One Piece community fandom, but even outside the One Piece community fandom, right? She get the most love. Secondly, should be Sakura. It should be Sakura, right? She should get a lot of female, which she was at that time. Like I think before King Lion made that Sakura suck video, which I'm going to dispel, right? I think she got loved, right? But at the same token, she get a lot of hate, right? So she pretty much a mixed character. But ever since he put that suck video out, ever since then, she became the most hated female characters, which I'm going to dispel and hopefully educate you guys why she should be respected and why she should get loved, right? And then the third, last but not least, is Rukia. Rukia is also a mix, but the lesser hate one than Sakura. All right. Um, so that's just all I want to say about before I get into the video, why Sakura is really I grew to fund her, appreciate her, and now I'm a fan of her after experiencing Naruto for the second time. Okay, so let's start in part one. People falsely had this misconception that she was useless in part one, and ever since Shippuden, she became useful. False. All right, and I'm gonna get to why it's false and why she was useful in part one. All right, so her introduction, she was a fangirl of Sasuke, right? Um, so during the introduction, her interaction with Naruto Sasuke was like a love triangle square, right? She loves Sasuke, but she find Naruto annoying, right? Um, and then what's interesting about this love triangle square, it was meant to be a gag scene, but at the same time, she grew to appreciated Naruto more, right? Because she understand the meaning of solitude. What solitude mean, right? Because when Sasuke, the when do you remember? And before that was before the survival test bell, right? When um when they were in pairs, right? When Aruka put them in pairs, like three-man squad pairs, right? There were episode, I think it was episode two. Yeah, episode two. Friend or foe. Go watch that. Go rewatch that episode. That episode was actually good. Um, Naruto transformed to Sasuke, so in hope to have because Naruto at that time, he had a crush on Sakura, right? Um, so he transformed to Sasuke, right? And so on was that before or after? Oh, excuse me, that was after, right after Naruto had take that infamous potty toilet. Sasuke came to contact with Sakura, right? Because Sakura saw Sasuke, because he was fangirling Sasuke, right? And Sakura told Sasuke how she felt about Naruto, right? And Sasuke said that tell her what the true meaning of solitude, right? And that solitude, she gonna learn that even more in that survival test, right? Because Sasuke even make an she he further prove his points about solitude. You know what I'm saying? Because we grow to learn more about Sasuke hidden past, obviously, right? As the series progress, right? So Sakura was, stunned with what Sasuke told her. So during the end of the video, Sakura's grew to appreciate and like Naruto because Naruto was an orphanage. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have no parents growing up, and he was an outcast and hated by the village elder and all that, right? All that jazz. So when it comes to the survival bell test, right? Uh, they had to catch the two bells from Kakashi and stuff like that, right? And then Sakura, he she put her feelings to aside with the whole crush thing, right, to Sasuke and try to put the team before her, right, so they can pass, right, and this side of her character will grow, and especially in the training exams, right? And let me tell you something why she should be respected, right? And I would continue to talk about this growth of hers, right? How she put her team before her, right? How she put her feelings for Sasuke before her, right? So in the Land of Waves arc, right? In the Land of so of course Kakashi analyzed her talent as she's like a she has like a talent for chakra control, and then her expertise was genjutsu, right? And she got more better chakra control than actually Naruto and Sasuke because he actually was the first person to climb that tree. So that's one instance of respect for a character that you actually have to respect, right? And then of course she was with Tazuna too, and she see this the poor side of the land waves town, right? Um, she's seen how the poverty in the poor side, the land of waves town, and she understand the value of teamwork and stuff like that. And then you actually see her tears crying over Sasuke support, quote unquote, death when what I'm saying, the battle of Haku, right? And so that's just the land of waves arc, right? But the tuning exam, oh man, that was that was easily one of her good moments, and I'm gonna tell you why. That even before the force of death, right? Aruka was trying to test them to see if they can to see if they are the right candidate to become trainees, because there was actually a scuffle and in a debate with the Jonis, right? Because Aruka think that they are not ready yet to take the training exam, but Kakashi thought otherwise. So Kakashi, seeing how their rapid growth was, especially in the Land of Waves arc, which was a it was actually stated that was an A rank mission. They are more than ready to take that exam. So Aruka test them, right, which they pass, right, with flying colors, right, and then right before they entered the right before they entered the second floor, Kakashi, I remember Kakashi was the first person to introduce the second floor, right? And then that was right after Sasuke versus Rock Lee battle, right? Um, Kakashi's told them that if Sakura actually rejected, right? If she actually rejected, say no, then neither Naruto and Sasuke couldn't enter the Chunin exams. Once again, put her feelings to her side. She actually did it. She actually did it. So again, more instances for respect for a character, right? You would not believe that this girl, right, um, have so much feelings for Sasuke would do something like that, right? Put her life on the line, right? Willing to risk her life, you know what I'm saying? Not just for Sasuke and Naruto, but also for herself because she wants to prove himself that she is worthy for the team, right? So again, respect for her character here, you know. And then they went through the written exams, and then the force of death. Holy shit, the force of death. The one that easily that respect is the first step. What makes her character better and cooler because not only you have a a female character that can heal, right? But you also have a female character that can fight. You have actually a young kunoichi at the age of either 12 or 13 that can fight. Actually fight. Can you believe that? And so she's not just a background female character that doesn't do shit. She actually put on the work. Like after Sasuke versus Orochimaru happened, right? And Orochimaru bitten Sasuke, right? And Sasuke went to a coma. Naruto was knocked out. Sakura was the only person, the only sole survivor of Team 7, have to look after the two main characters in the series. In the series, dude. Without Sakura there, Naruto Sasuke, their scrolls would have been stolen. They would have been exit from the Trinity exams. Plot would have been over. Right there and there. Yeah, plot would have been over. Plot would have easily been over because one of their scrolls going to get stolen by Orochimaru henchmen, and of course Sasuke would have been killed if it wasn't for Sakura. If it wasn't for Sakura, yep, Sasuke would easily been killed. Yep, for sure. Because Orochimaru did send um, Team Doso after Sasuke, definitely. Yep. So what Sakura did, she laid a trap. Not just one trap, but two traps. Just in case if um like a predator or one of the teams, because all the teams were scattered around the place, right? It would pretty much survive of the force, right? Force of death. That's what they call it, force of death. So she had laid out two booby traps for Orochimaru henchmen, so they won't come after Sasuke. Ingenious, ingenious. That's something you gotta highly respect. And on top of all that, that famous moment, that iconic moment, that beautiful moment makes Sakura shine. That was Sakura's most shine moment. And at the age of 13 too, they would one of the Orochimaru female henchmen grab her by the hair, right? Grab her hair, right? Her beautiful long pink hair, right? Grab her by the hair, and you would think to yourself, how the hell is she gonna get out of this, right? And of course, Team 10 was frozen. They was frozen in fear and terror, right? Ino don't feel like saving them, right? So what Sakura did, she pulled out her kunai knife, and it wasn't meant for the female kunoichi, right? It was meant for her hair, and she cut her hair, that long hair. She cut it off. She chopped it off, so she could break free from her hands. Oh my God, that was unforgettable moment right there. And it's at this point she became an independent kunoichi. She had, at this point, her feelings for Sasuke is cast aside, right? And not only her dream now is to be on par with Naruto and Sasuke, right? But she willing to protect those two boys, protect them. Ingenious. Once again, ingenious. Um, you just have to give kudos to Sakura for that one. Holy shit! Right? She used her substitution, right, and pull wool over Zaku eyes, and actually was the real one. Oh my god! Just go back to that episode, man. Just go back to that episode. That was before Sasuke activated his curse mark and broken Zaku arms, right? And of course, Rock Lee did intervene and stuff like that. Everyone else intervened, right? And then, of course, she had her epic rivalry with Ino. Come on, her epic rivalry with Ino. And it was actually now you get the full scope and how it was all started, right? And it was more than just a crush with Sasuke, but it was they actually wanted to become better than each other. Come on, come on, man! And how it ended up in a draw, right? And then she wanted to take on another a a rank mission, right? That's when Orochimaru crushing the Leaf Village and it's battle Haruzen, right? And one of them had to be a decoy, right, against the Sound Ninja, so they can go after Sasuke, right? And how she protected Sasuke too, right? Because because Sasuke obviously his curse mark was acting up in his body. Come on, show her bravery. And then after that, in the end of part one, in Sakura Retreat arc, you see Sakura, her breakdown moments, right? When she fall into tears and she expressed her feelings to Sasuke, and she was actually the first one that wanted the team together too. She did not. It kills her in the inside to see that Naruto and Sasuke are fighting each other, not as a friendly rivalry, but as a bitter rivalry. They want to like kill each other. You know what I'm saying? So you actually see the breakdown of her character. You know what I'm saying? You actually see the human side of her character. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was pretty cool, pretty emotional. You know what I'm saying? Because those tears for Sasuke was all genuine. You know what I'm saying? And how she even begged Naruto to save Sasuke, to go after Sasuke. And then in the part where you get to see her resolution of her weaknesses, that she won't not be a burden to Naruto anymore. My God! And then Shippuden, the 2 years, the 2.5 years time skip train with Tsunade did pay off, because you actually see her healing her abilities, right? How she rescued and healed and saved Kankuro, right? How she knew about the secret. It's not just physically, but also maturity, because she even find out what had happened to Sasuke and the truth about him and Itachi, right? That Itachi was responsible for Sasuke, both actually Sasuke and Naruto, helplessness, pretty much, right? And of course about Orochimaru, right? That they need like 6 months to search for Sasuke and actually rescue him before Orochimaru take over Sasuke's vessel, right? And then the fight pay off against Sasori, because she was the first one to make Sasori spill the beans. She was actually the first one to make Sasori snitch, right? To tell the where the location, right, where the spy be, and of course, yeah, where would be the location of the spy would be, definitely, right? And lo and behold, that spy was Kabuto, right? And then, and then of course, afterwards, she find out more side of Naruto when he was in Four Tails. Obviously, when he was in Four Tails, right? And then after a while, she became a standstill character, right? And then when we get into I would say, the Kage Summit arc, right? The Kage Summit arc, that's when she became, um, that's when she became a character that depends on Sasuke now, right? Depends on Sasuke now, because initially her plan was, after her confession with Naruto, she was going to take out Sasuke with the poison kunai, right? Even though that did not work, that failed, but she stopped. She stopped. At that time now, she stopped. Trying to take Sasuke life anymore. She stopped that. You know what I'm saying? She left. She leave all that obligation to Naruto now, right? So you actually get to see the complete journey of her character from 12-year-old, annoying, um, fangirling Sasuke to a mature woman. She blossomed. That's something you gotta respect. And she did her job too. You see her healing in the pain arc. You see her healing like 30, 50, I don't know how many civilians after pain, cause all that destruction. And in the war arc, wow, man, she able to do summoning, man. She was on the same level now as Tsunade, or even surpass her. Might surpass her. I don't think she surpassed her yet, but she on that level now. Holy shit, man. She definitely on that level. You know what I'm saying? She been a great healer. She's an amazing healer. Yes, amazing healer. You know what I'm saying? Amazing fighter and a healer. You don't see that every day, especially for female characters being this useful in the series. So yeah, that's the Sakura video. I am very disappointed in Ken Lion, because he overclocked all her trials and tribulations, and of course the payoffs, right? And all for one moment. You know what I'm saying? That's the poison kunai moment that fell against Sasuke, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And her relationship with Sasuke, it's realism. It is realism, because let's face it, A, she's a female. B, it's not about having this crush thing for Sasuke. Sasuke, you have to understand, he been through a lot, right? So it's like a parallel. All right, it's like a parallel. It's like Sakura was like the Sasuke when he was a kid. How he idolized Itachi is the same way. It's like a parallel, and I thought that parallel theme works fine. That it makes perfect sense that Sakura would be with Sasuke, and that's, you see, and this go against my expectation, because my expectation was always Nakusaku. I prefer Naruto to be with Sakura, right? And he not to, not be with nobody, or Sasuke would not be with no one. But it makes perfect sense that Naruto be with Hinata, and of course Sakura would be with Sasuke in the context of the story, right? So Kishimoto betrayed my expectation and make the story even that more interesting. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I gotta respect, you know? And yeah, that's what makes Sakura a massively underrated female character, because she's a great healer and a great fighter. And people forget about all the iconic moments she had, especially in the two biggest moments. One was the Force of Death. If it wasn't for her, Sasuke would end up dead. Yes, he would end up dead. And second of all, the second one was the payoff for Sasori with Granny Chiyo, because she was the first one to make the Akatsuki spill the beans of the location of the spy. Without her, Naruto and Sasuke, Team Naruto, like Team Kakashi, they won't find out where would be the location of Orochimaru hideout would be, and that was the Tenchi Bridge. Man, so that's all I gotta say about Sakura, man. Sakura is very useful. Definitely one of my favorite characters now. Easily top five. Easily top five favorite. You know what I'm saying? Easily. All right. So hopefully I share some light about Sakura and why she really is a great female lead character. You know what I'm saying? If you don't love her, at least respect her. That's all I gotta say.